Hello. Thanks for joining. If it's your first time, these are just really chill coloring sessions. They are instruction free, although sometimes I do explain what I'm doing. So there are probably going to be some tips, but mostly it's about letting go of expectations and not having any desired outcomes and just enjoying the process of doing some art. So sometimes we chit chat, sometimes I'm pretty quiet. It really just depends what kind of mood I'm in and what kind of comments there are in the comment box. So feel free to just color along with me or pick your own colors, pick your own book, your own page, whatever you want to do. And today, as I've done in all these sessions so far, I'm coloring in Coloring Book of Shadows Crystal Magic by me, Amy Chesery. And I'm starting a new page today. It's kind of exciting. It's this Chalcedony and Chara White page. I think it's going to be pretty cool because it's kind of like a very light blue and a purple. And I think the colors are going to be really mystical and magical together. And then here's a quick flip through of all the pages I've finished so far. It's an array of different colors, and I've really just been letting loose and experimenting. And I've done this in only 20 minutes a week. Maybe 30 minutes a week because I go over, but just consistently since this summer, I've colored all these awesome pages, and it's been really fun. So let's get started. Today I have, let's see here. Okay, so I have some pencils picked out. I did not do a lot of planning, but I just sort of like to get my colors, at least the basic colors, picked out. Some purples, some blues, and some kind of light brownish colors, I think, for some of the backgrounds. And usually I start with the background just to kind of get me in the flow, and then I move on to the main event, which in this case would be crystals. But I think today I'm going to start with the backgrounds, and I think I'm going to go with a brownish background on these two squares or rectangles, whatever. And then these will be the color of the stone. So this one will be light blue and this one will be purple, I think. And I think that'll look kind of cool. I thought about doing, like, you know, on this one, how I did the opposite. So a blue stone has a red background and the red stone has a blue background. Thought about doing that here, and it would be like really ethereal, like light blue, like purple. So that was like my other option, but I decided to use a little brown just to mix it up. Mostly because I didn't think there was tons of contrast, and it's fine to do a low contrast page, but I wanted the brown just to make the purple and blue stand out a little bit. So that was my reasoning. Let's see, hold on, let me get all my tabs set up. And then I do have a couple of really basic, not to copy, well, I'm probably not going to be doing crystals today anyway, probably just backgrounds. But I do have some tabs open, just Google images of these crystals, so when I do color them, I use them to pick the colors, and then when I do color them, I can just use a little reference image just to help me kind of get the mood right. And this is a very light khaki. I don't know how you say that. I don't wear those khakis, the pants. Nothing wrong with you. If you wear khaki pants, that's cool. I know my mom does, but I just, not that it's a mom thing. It's a very East Coast thing, I guess. I've never, I feel kind of uncomfortable in lighter colors. I always have. I don't know why. because I'm a witch. Maybe that's why. Happy New Year to you too. Well, that was quick and easy. And then sometimes, I don't know, it becomes your style, but just like your favorite tricks, you know? So like I do a real light color and then I like to darken the corners with a different pencil. Sometimes it's nice to try new things, but I don't know. Sometimes I like to stick with my old favorites. And that's okay. Lovely. And then I'm going to do the same. Quite nice. Oh, maybe I might do a little more up here, but I'll save it. Well, maybe I won't save it. This will look more translucent if I color the background a little bit. Just kind of spotty. I can always come back and do that later too. Okay. All right. Do the same thing on this one. Someone asks if I was the drummer of the Demonics. Indeed I was. And the Donnas. It's kind of like a different lifetime, but it was actually the same lifetime. But like in my 20s and 30s. I haven't played in a long time. Sold all my drums. I still have my tambourine, you know, like for ritual, to channel my inner Stevie Nicks. But the Demonics is how I met my husband. It was a really fun band. It's oh, there's another question. What kind of owls should you be looking for on Pinterest? I'll get back to my demonic story in a minute. Like your favorite owl, it doesn't have to be exact. Just whatever owl. Someone did a snowy owl in the group the other day, or a couple snowy owls, and I know like my drawing of it wasn't exactly a snowy owl, but that's okay. Like doing the feathers in white looked beautiful. Or you could do a barn owl or a horned owl, like any type of owl you want to do. But yeah, back to the demonic story. The Demonics was my husband's band, and it is a very fun. It's not actually, well, it was very theatrical. So we wore like red makeup and we super glued horns to our foreheads. And he kind of started it because there were so many of those like satanic metal bands at the time. And he started it sort of as a joke, like it was serious band, but it's very pop punk. Like the music is very pop punk. You can find some old videos of me playing in a bikini and all that back in my 20s. But it was very fun-loving pop punk, like upbeat music. It wasn't at all like metal. It was very kind of surf inspired and really upbeat and really, really fun. And that's how I met my husband many, 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 many years ago. And we're still married. Well, if you are interested and you feel like digging, there is a video from the early 2000s of my first show playing with them, and Russell and I had not started dating yet, but that was like the night. That was like we were just on the cusp, and you could tell that I was just smitten. I mean, you could tell I think you could tell we're both smitten with each other. But they're interviewing us, and you can tell that I am just completely in love with him. And we're still married. It's been a long time. It's been like over 20 years. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. And I played a character. Like I'm pretty airheady in my demon character, like on purpose. It was so fun. It was very, very theatrical. Like yeah, the makeup, full red face makeup. Like yeah, just very theatrical, but it was great. It was great fun. I don't miss playing in a band. Like it wasn't that fun, but at the time, I stopped for a reason. But yeah, at the time it was fun, and I met him, and that was really exciting, you know. So it's funny stuff. But no more, just my tambourine. I sold it all for the art. But yeah, so sometimes you have more than one life in the same life, so it's never too late to like change directions. So that looks pretty, and that also looks pretty. Yeah, it's never too late to change directions. Even if you loved a phase of your life or you had a great time, like a lot of people are like, wait, why don't you play? You don't play. That was such a big part of your life. Like, why don't you play anymore? And I just, time to stop. Didn't feel like doing it anymore. He still plays guitar, which is great. But I quit. And sometimes quitting is the right thing to do, even if it was like a big part of your life. So, never too late to start something new. That's what I think. Okay. So now I'm bringing out purple and blue. So chalcedony, like these light blue, cornflower, and even this one bluebell looks exactly like cornflower to me. Those were too vibrant. Like I think I like this more slate type blue better for the chalcedony. Sometimes it's a pretty vibrant blue, but I'm gonna go for these more muted ones and then maybe add a little bit of blue, a little bit of the brighter blue on top. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay a little more chill. Guepardex. Demonics fan on Instagram, whatever your name is. Sorry if I didn't say it right, but I'll make sure to tell Russell. My husband is a great songwriter. He wrote all the songs for that band, or pretty much. A couple were covers, but he's a very talented songwriter and singer. These days he plays guitar like just by himself. He doesn't play in any bands right now or anything like that, but he's quite good on guitar, and he sings, but mostly like sings silly cat songs. You know, like when you make up songs for your cats. We do a lot of that. Silly cat songs are the best. I gotta say, this is quite nice, quite relaxing to just do backgrounds today. Super chill. I said I was gonna add blue, but I don't know if I will now. Kind of liking it just like this. Maybe just a little blue around the edge. It'll go a long way. I'm gearing up to do some marker. I'm gearing up to do some marker demos, you guys. I don't know how you feel about that. Last time I asked, people said they were into marker demos. I actually really like markers. I just kind of got into doing pencils. I felt like they were a little easier. But maybe it's time to switch it up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to do it in this book, though. I might do a different book. I feel like I started this book in pencil. I should keep going in pencil, but maybe that's weird. Sometimes I get a little stuck on things like if I'm in a... You wouldn't... Tombos, look, you wouldn't throw marker demos out of bed for eating crackers. I don't... Tell me what that means. You wouldn't... Okay, so do you like eating crackers in bed, Laura? Explain this to me. I don't understand. Does that mean you do want marker demos or you don't want marker demos? You do eat crackers in bed or you don't eat crackers in bed, Laura? We need to know. Oh, you'll tell me in the private group. Okay. Or email me. I'm curious. I'll probably still do it even if you don't want me to, but yes, that's the kind of witch I am. Yeah. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. Oh no, my lead is breaking. How inconvenient. Just as I was getting good here. My brown turned more orangey than I had expected, but it could be a nice thing. It could be a nice surprise. So these browns here are kind of orangey in tone, which I'm not sure I like, but one, it could be an unexpected benefit because orange contrasts with blue and purple quite nicely. So it could make the crystals really pop off the page. We'll just have to see. And then two, if I do think it's too orange, I can always go over it with a more toned down brown. And that'll take some of the orange tone out of it. So we'll wait and see on that. But maybe I'll switch off, do like 1 week I'll do pencils and 1 week I'll do markers or something. Because I really am enjoying coloring this book in all pencil, and I kind of like wanted to finish it, you know, I kind of wanted to just keep going until it's done. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I need some Chara white because this is an excellent stone for making decisions and choosing new directions. That sounds like it could work for me. I was just talking to some friends about that today. I like my current path. I love my current path. But there are also some new things that are calling, so maybe some little shifts in there somewhere. Spice up life a little bit. Ta-da! Beautiful. So in just 20 minutes, I have set the stage with my backgrounds, and then join me next week. I will color the stones and like maybe a little glass effect on these bell jars and add some details. Might pick a couple other accent colors, maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, next week, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Same time, same place. Right on. Thanks for joining. Yeah, make sure tag me on Instagram if you colored something or post it in the group. And I'll see you next time.